everybody, it's Jean here, Jean Truelove from TrueloveQuiltsForYou. I haven't seen my friends in a little while. We have been very busy, and I was quite desperate to say hello to you guys. I've missed you, and I hope you missed me a little bit. We have some really exciting news. The last time I was videoing, I was telling you that our daughter-in-law, Brianna, had a little baby girl, Stella. And it was a little bit touch and go for a few days, but I want to tell you everything is fine, wonderful, absolutely awesome. Stella is home. They are gorgeous. Brianna is doing so much better, and they're happy. And our son Francois, what a lovely, lovely dad he's turning out to be. I knew he would. He's just delightful. They love baby Stella. And then a week ago, our other daughter-in-law, Sarah, who we actually live with here, she had a baby boy. His name is Bjorn, B-J-O-R-N. She had him here at the house with her midwife. It was a long labor. She has fairly long labors, but quite uneventful and safe, and she's just doing beautifully with baby Bjorn. So that's all happening. We're up to our eyes in babies. It's wonderful. Our daughter-in-law, Caitlin, oh, I hope you can hear me because there's wind. Let me move over here. Let me move over here. Come over here. Our daughter-in-law, Caitlin, who's married to Jean-Pierre, she is expecting a little girl in June, the beginning of June, Arabella. So we had a little baby shower for her. This is her second, so they call it a sprinkle, not a shower. We had a little sprinkle for Caitlin. All of just a few of the friends in the family got together, so that was happening. But I mean, that's awesomely big news, right? We've been busy. I haven't been filming. Took a break because of that. But our big news is we got a house. I just am so happy. As you know, if you're new here, we had lived in our family home for almost 30 years, and we moved two years ago, two years and a bit ago. And literally weeks after we moved into a rental home, which was our son's home, the pandemic hit and blah blah blah, and it was horrible. It was stressful, not the house, but it was stressful situation for everybody, for the world. The pandemic and our living situation, trying to make the best of creating, and I was having a difficult time, as a lot of people were. And then in September, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but we lost the home through a hurricane and tornadoes and flood. The home that we lived in is uninhabitable, and we have been, since September 1st, 2021, we've been living in our son's basement apartment here. And we were quite happy, quite safe, quite warm, trying to regroup after the trauma and the drama of almost losing our lives in the tornado, and I'm not exaggerating. But after about 6 or 7 months, we sort of got our acts together, and we were sort of priced out in our immediate area, in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, of the property market. All of a sudden, as you know, inflation, things went through the roof. Our truck was totaled, and so we had to get another vehicle. And it's been very, very difficult with the inflation rate. So, oops, excuse me. So we had to look slightly further afield. Because our children, we call it a family meeting, and our children said, Mom and Dad, we want to call a family meeting. If it's time for you guys to start looking for a home, we want to get you settled, because we weren't settled. I wasn't settled. I'm in the basement. I'm not sewing. I'm not creating, and actually literally recovering from the trauma of the tornado and everything. Maxwell, as you know, wasn't doing too great. Anyway, we called a family meeting, which we do. We have our 10 children together and our in-laws, and they said, instead of finding a place to rent, let's get a house for you. So it was very, very quick, and quite straightforward. Obviously stressful buying a house. We haven't bought a house in 30 years. Oh my word. It was extremely stressful, but today we settled on our new home. I couldn't be happier. As you know, there were so many people praying for us in our situation, and I said to Ian, my husband, I dared pray for like a dream ideal home. In fact, I didn't know exactly what to pray for, because we have been so blessed, and there have been so many people who are not as blessed with the war going on and with the economy. We really have it very well. So I said I didn't know quite what, house-wise, what to look for. You have to understand, my husband and I are unusual, unique, sort of quirky people. So a retirement condo or townhouse or with an HOA, that wasn't our thing. An over 55 thing wasn't. We've always lived in the country. We've always had land. Even though we're getting older, we don't have one foot in the grave. So we found a lovely home, which we had to go slightly out a little bit into another township. But it was sort of like it was meant to be. And we really believe that good things come to those who wait. And if people are going through something and something good hasn't happened, believe me, it will. The tide will turn. We are living proof of that. It has been a tremendously difficult 2.5 years for us. The move from our family home, losing our home, being in limbo, it was just horrible. But all of a sudden, within the last 30 days, literally, we had a 30-day settlement. We found the house, we made an offer, it was accepted. It's an old home. It is an old home, which we were thrilled about. Again, everything I have is like antique or secondhand or trash picked or unusual, grandma chic, right? That's what we always say. I like doilies and old fringe lampshades. So we got an old house, which is actually a dream for me. It's not a big house, although it looks very large. I'm going to put a picture up from the realtor. I'll put the picture up from the realtor. We went over today. I didn't take my camera. I'm going to just put this up so you guys know what's going on. I'm going to take a picture from the realtor. Again, it looks a large house because of the porch. It's like a dream porch. It's fantastic. The house has just a few issues, but we had a very tough home inspector, of course, come and look, and the appraisal and everything. The appraisal came in higher, and the home inspector, who's a tough guy, he's like, there was just a few things. He says, this is a very good old house. So we are just beyond thrilled. The one thing that swung us was, it was described as 2 stories, and it has a lovely staircase, which we are okay about. We haven't done stairs in 2 years, but Ian's like, you know, we've been hanging around, like, let's get some exercise, even though we're a little bit older. I was fine with it. I was absolutely fine. Beautiful staircase. The thing that swung it was, it has a 3rd floor completely for Maxwell, our son Maxwell. He will have his computer, he will have his rig, but because it's not large, the staircase up to the 3rd floor with 3 lovely big airy dormers is right outside of our bedroom door. It's an American 4-square home. You can look it up. An American 4-square. American 4-squares were popular between about 1890 and about 1920, and it's literally a square home with a very, very large porch on it. Ours has a wraparound porch, and then the 3rd floor of ours, which is a little bit unusual, has a true proper 3rd floor stand-up space with 3 big dormers. Tons of closets. It's awesome. So I'm going to have 2 of the bedrooms, one for my sewing and my fabric a little bit, and then the other bedroom for my fabric and my ironing, that type of thing, more storage. Then Ian will have an office and the master bedroom. It's smallish, but it's cozy. It's a dream. As I said, I daren't pray for the ultimate dream, but we got it. It's just so lovely. The only bad thing about it is it's on a busy road. It's on a very fast, busy road, but right outside our road, it sets back a little bit. But right outside the road is a school, there's a school across the street, down the street, so it's a school zone. And then during rush hour traffic, it's noisy. It's a little bit noisy when the trucks come, but we can still sit on the porch at different times of the day, and it's just so wonderful. So Ann and I were over there today. We went to settlement. Excuse the camera shaking. I'm nervous, I'm shaking. We had settlement today, which wasn't bad. It only took about 20 minutes. Everything was docu-signed, like an e-sign. So we signed everything over the computer. The seller wasn't even there. We just signed everything. And what I just wanted to tell you that we were sort of priced out of our budget, my husband and I, and we were like, oh, I'm gonna cry. Our 10 children have made it possible to have this house. They've contributed, and they're like, you need a home, Mom, and it's going to be an ongoing thing that they have, as I said, made it possible that Mom and Dad have this home, this lovely, lovely home. Our children have been absolute darlings, absolutely wonderful, and we are so, I keep saying that we're so very blessed to have these lovely adults, children, Maxwell, and it's just so, it's been so rewarding to have our children on board and help us out, help out dear old Mom and Dad. So that is our news. We have babies and we have a home, and I'm excited. And I can't wait to just, what we're gonna do real quick, I'm gonna tell you, we have the house, we have the keys, we were there today. We don't have the energy or the inclination at this moment to just move all of our stuff. As you know, our stuff is in a garage of my friends. It's in our old house. It's here in the basement. It's down in our son's garage. Our stuff is all over the place in storage. We got a shipping container. It's all over the place, what was left of our belongings. So we are going to be doing it like piecemeal. We're going to move a little bit now, we're going to move a little bit then, because I look terrible. I'm tired and stressed and everything, but it's a happy stress. We only have, I would say, about a 4-hour window of energy as we are older, and yet we don't have to move. We don't have to move quickly. Our son here is like, you can stay as long as you want, Mom and Dad, in this little apartment down here. They've been delightful. They have the 4 children, and it's just been wonderful. But we'll have the no burden and no rush to move. So we are literally going to be doing it piecemeal, a little bit here and a little bit there. We have a trailer, we have a truck that's been provided for us by our son. So we are raring to go to move over a little bit at a time. And I'll just put up the realtor's picture, but then as we go along, I will be letting you guys know. I'll be setting up my sewing room. It's going to be small because there's 2 bedrooms I'm using, but it's awesome. It has an unfinished basement, but loads of storage. Anyway, I'm waffling on and on. So that's our news. I just wanted to tell you guys I miss you. And I know I've gotten some private comments from private messages saying, how are you? We are fine. We are on an upward trend. We are going to be settling. I'm going to nest in our own home. We've had a heck of a couple last years, and we're just beyond blessed. We really are happy. I look a mess, but we really, really are happy. And for all of you who said, you know, good things will come, they have. They really have. So I just wanted to say hello to you guys, fill you in. I will be back. I'm not quite sure when, because as you can imagine, we are up to our eyes with all sorts of things going on. But I just wanted to let you know that your prayers and your best wishes for the True Love family have worked. And yeah, we are so thrilled. So again, thank you very much everybody, and as always, love from the True Loves. Bye bye.